Welcome back to your Monday Loose Women with Lisa Riley, Linda Robson, Kelly Brook and me, Ruth Langsford. Now, as still to come, it's been 12 years since they found love in the Big Brother house. We will be catching up with ex-housemates Grace and Mikey as they reveal why they can't even watch the show now. Now, I have to say, thank you for your comments coming in. I haven't got time to read all of them. You know, we're talking about embarrassing your parents,
yes.
children, or children embarrassing you, vice versa. Laura says, my mum was looking after my 6-year-old son and she was chatting to a neighbour. Then he piped up, why are you talking to her? I thought you didn't like her. She squeezed his hand a bit hard to try and shut him up, and then he said, what are you squeezing my hand for? Brilliant. I love it. Out of the mouths of babes. And now, this is a story that got us talking this morning. Nottinghamshire Police Force have provided their female staff with menopause rooms. Now, these are places where women can go and have a cry when they feel overcome with emotion if they're going through the menopause. But those behind the initiative have been criticised, some saying this is patronising. I don't know. What do you think? Is it patronising, or do we need somewhere? I mean, we've done it, been through it, going through it.
Yeah.
Would you like somewhere where you could just go and...
You just go to the toilet, or you just go outside, wouldn't you? Can you imagine our mums having a crying room all those years ago, being sent somewhere to go and sit and have a cry? Yeah. It's something that we all have to go through, and we have to deal with it in our own way.
I think it's good that it's talked about.
Yeah.
I think it's... I mean, for me, all employers should be addressing this, because women are in the work. It's great that women are in the workplace at that age, and you know, and still having careers and things. But it does affect a lot of women very badly, but not all of the time. So you just might have moments where you think, I'm so hot, I'm feeling a bit emotional, I'm about to cry and I don't want to, because sometimes you can't help it. So I think the intention is very good. Yes. My concern would be that it's like labelling people, like, oh, she's in one of those, menopause. Or if you were having words with somebody, particularly maybe a male boss, a disagreement, or putting your view, that they might go, do you need to go to the...
Yes.
Do you need to go to the crying room?
That's what Jeremy says to me. I mean, I'm not going through the menopause yet, but I do suffer from really bad PMT, and there's about 2 days a month where I literally hate everyone. Like, it's just so... I can't even have him touch me. I'm just like, get away. And he's like, oh, it's that time of the month. It's not that time of the month. It's just my tolerance just goes from being, you know, I'm very tolerant usually, but it just shortens very quickly, and I just get so angry. And whenever he mentions, oh, it's that time of the month, I find it...
Makes you worse.
Yeah, it makes me so much worse. So I can imagine it's like a similar thing. What does the menopause feel like? Are you saying earlier it's like sweat?
It's like, yeah, you can't explain it unless you go through it, but it's like you feel like you're going to explode. It's like you get this hot sweat that comes from the back of your neck over your head, and you feel like you're going to explode. And I was on HRT and I was doing really, really well, and then my sister got breast cancer and we decided to come off the HRT. We found out it's not in our genes, but the kids kept going, please, Mum, please, you've got to go back on the HRT. Please, you've got to, because it was like the mood swings and the hot flushes and were absolutely terrible. So touch wood, since I've been back on it, it has been a lot better.
I've had to actually explain the menopause to Jack. She wasn't, you know, didn't enjoy too much.
Yeah.
That, like, yeah, all right, Mum, you're right. But just because I'd had a few kind of crazy moments where I'd really overreacted to something quite small that he'd done, and at one point I found myself in his face and I swore, and then I slammed out the room, I slammed the door. It was like I was the teenager, ran up to my room and burst into tears, and then to come back. And then I explained to him, like, Mummy's not going crazy, this is what's happening. So I think, actually, I mean, I know. So he does, you know, he was just still sitting in the same place that I'd left him. But somebody...
It's tricky, isn't it? Like, when you see, like, I've got certain members of my family, I don't want to mention any names, that you can see they're going through the menopause, and they're being really mean to you, and you're like, do I say it's the menopause? Like, do I bring it up? Because as a woman, I know how annoying that is just by having PMT, but you can see them actually, like, destroying your relationship with one another because they're being so mean.
Somebody who does think that they're being overindulgent, Sam Taylor is the editor of The Lady magazine. She said, when a woman hits her mid-40s, she really should be able to pull herself together. when she's having a hot flush. I work in a magazine full of middle-aged women, and if they feel a bit overwrought, they go home after work and have a stiff gin and tonic.
Oh.
Don't think that's quite that's the attitude that I think absolutely needs to change. You can't pull yourself together.
We've got our own menopause room, haven't we? Our green room.
Yeah, that's
chatting before.
See, I have to say, it's very true. Our kind of meeting in the morning, we call it a meeting, it was just like a load of pals, and that's where we do vent and we let go and we cry and shout.
This morning, everyone was in floods of tears. I thought, oh my goodness, are we going to do a show?
That's the best thing for me, honestly. Like, I really like the way that, like, now with all you lot, I actually know what's going to come. I'm like going, I'm ready. You know, because I think it can be, for me, it's going to be quite soon. So I kind of know, right, this is what I'm going to handle it, and then come to work and have the therapy.
Yes, we're telling you what's ahead. Actually, Nottinghamshire Police say we take staff welfare very seriously, and we are very proud to have been the first police force to introduce a menopause policy. I think in the past people would shy away from talking about the menopause. We have not introduced crying rooms, and has been intimated. Sorry, I can't speak today. It's menopause. By some media outlets. We've seen there was a lack of understanding, support and facilities for our staff who were going through the menopause, and we have done something about it.
And that's good for them.
Which I think is very good.
Yeah.
I mean, even the headline in one of the papers here, Hops and Sobbers. And that's what I mean, you know, it's like that slightly, oh, bless, they all have to go and have a little cry. So I think good for them for actually recognising that women are going through that. Now, we talked about the controversy surrounding the President's Club last week. That was the men-only event where some of the hostesses were reportedly sexually harassed. They were asked to wear skimpy outfits. There were allegations of sexual harassment. As the controversy continued, over the weekend, the Professional Darts Corporation have announced that they will no longer use the walk-on girls. These are the girls in tournaments that walk in with the darts players. However, over 15,000 people have now signed a petition against axing the girls, describing the move as political correctness gone too far. What do you think about that?
Well, I was a Formula One flag girl, and it was one of the best jobs I've ever had. I flew around the world. I got to work in a corporate environment. I got to learn a lot about myself, about public relations.
What did the job entail?
The job entailed, well, working with brands, talking to people, hostessing.
Dressing very glamorous.
You dress glamorously, and obviously it's all about being presentable, but I never, ever felt like I was being kind of, I don't know, like it didn't, I was very young. It didn't seem like a sexual thing. It didn't seem like I was kind of being taken advantage of or anything.
You were well looked after.
Well looked after, and you're working with like big brands and big corporations. So you know, I think there is an element of, you know, obviously, you know, I think there is an element where, you know, they do feel a responsibility towards you as a young woman, and I always felt really looked after. I loved the job. It was
for
really
these women,
well-paid
exactly
job.
that. It's their job.
Yeah,
so suddenly,
so they're putting all these women out of work.
Yeah,
pretty much.
What do you think, Linda? Do you think it's right that they're doing that?
I think it's fine. It's been part of darts for I don't know how many years. It's the same with the rings, with the boxing rings. You have the girls that walk around with the things. That doesn't seem to upset anybody. It's all sort of part of it, really. As long as they're happy doing
that's
the
thing
job.
For me, they're doing it by the girls are there by choice.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously, if you're sexually harassed, that's a completely different matter.
About that.
But I go, at the moment, as far as I know, none of these girls have complained that they've been sexually harassed by anybody. It seems like a knee-jerk reaction to me. To everybody suddenly thinking, oh, we must all be very politically correct because some girls say that they were sexually harassed at this event, this men-only event, that suddenly all men-only events, you know, men won't be able to control themselves anymore.
But what's the difference, like, obviously, with hen parties? You know, obviously, I've been to a hen party where there's been, like, you know, a man in an apron with his bottom out, and a lot of, you know, the girls were having the picture with the bottom, you know, and it was fun. But we didn't...
But then we're laughing at that, and actually, if we were now reporting a story that, you know, at a party...
Did you touch their bum?
I did. But literally... I can say it was appropriate. You know, but he was employed. But for me, what I have a problem with is, I think Linda will back me up here, is me being an actress as well. There are so many actors and actresses who are out of work who rely on those
jobs to fill in until another job comes along.
And they want jobs in the West End and obviously the modelling world as well. When they're out of work for modelling, they rely on this kind of work. You know, daily gigs, night gigs, to therefore get them through, and then eventually they'll get their exact career, which they're aiming to do.
Yeah, I've been in situations with women and naked men, and women can be just as bad.
Oh my goodness, I did a film once.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I did a film once with, it wasn't the Dream Boys, but, you know, a male dance troupe like that. The women were wild. I mean, they had to have security. No, seriously. These boys had to have security.
They do turn up with oil and do hand it to you. I mean, what are you going to do when they're handing you a bottle of oil?
I'm going to moisturise myself.
Yeah, you know. So it has to be a bit of a mutual agreement.
Yeah. Well, one of the girls has said, it's a fantastic job. It's our call what we do and how we look. We're in charge. So I just think as long as they're happy,
Absolutely.
I just think they're doing this before anybody's ever even complained about it. Let us know what you think about that. We love to hear your comments. This is your show as well. And we still got to come. Back in 2006, they shot to fame in the Big Brother house. Grace and Mikey are going to be here next, and they look very different. See you after the break.